Have you ever wondered how your body performs so many incredible movements? We can walk, run, jump, and even perform delicate tasks like threading a needle. The ability to perform all these actions, big and small, comes down to something quite remarkable within our skeletons. These crucial structures are our joints. Joints are fascinating biological marvels, the specific points where two or more of our bones meet and connect. They are the body's natural hinges, pivots, and gliders, ingeniously designed to allow for an astonishing range of motion, or in some cases to provide steadfast stability where it is most needed for protection. Without our joints, our lives would be vastly different and incredibly limited. Imagine a body without the ability to bend an elbow or a knee. Simple tasks would become monumental challenges. We would essentially be rigid statues, unable to interact effectively with the world around us. Picking up a cup, typing on a keyboard, or even just smiling involves the coordinated effort of various joints. They are fundamental to our independence, allowing us to care for ourselves, to work, and to engage in leisure activities that bring us joy and fulfillment throughout our lives. Their health is therefore paramount to our overall well-being. The human body is a complex network, and joints play a pivotal role in this intricate system. They are not just simple connection points, they are dynamic structures. Each joint is specifically adapted to its function, whether that's allowing the wide, sweeping movements of your arm at the shoulder, or the more restricted but equally important bending of your finger. Understanding how these different joints work can give us a greater appreciation for our own bodies. It also helps us understand how to look after them, ensuring they continue to serve us well for many years to come, keeping us active and mobile. So, what exactly are these vital connectors made of, and how do they achieve their specific tasks? There isn't just one type of joint. Our bodies utilize several distinct designs, each perfectly suited to its role. Some joints are designed for strength and stability, offering very little movement. Others are engineered for remarkable flexibility and a wide range of motion. Over the next few sections, we will explore these different types of joints. We will look at their structure, understand their function, and see how they contribute to the amazing ability of the human body to move in so many diverse ways. Let's start with a type of joint that isn't really about movement at all: fibrous joints. These joints are connected by tough, dense connective tissue, which is rich in strong collagen fibers. Think of it like incredibly strong threads holding bones tightly together. The primary purpose of most fibrous joints is to provide stability and protection, rather than to allow for motion. Because the bones are so closely linked by this fibrous tissue, there is typically no joint cavity or space present between them. This tight binding means that movement is either completely absent or extremely limited, which is precisely what is needed in certain parts of our anatomy for crucial protective roles. You might be surprised where you find these immovable joints. A classic example of fibrous joints are the sutures in your skull. These look like intricate, wiggly lines on the surface of your skull. During birth and early childhood, these sutures allow for some flexibility and growth of the skull. However, as we mature, these fibrous tissues ossify, meaning they harden and fuse the skull bones together. This creates a rigid, protective case for our very important brain. Another example includes the joints that bind the teeth securely into their sockets in our jaw bones, ensuring they remain firmly in place when we chew our food. Next, we have cartilaginous joints. As the name suggests, in these joints the bones are connected entirely by cartilage. Cartilage is a resilient and smooth elastic tissue, a rubber-like padding that covers and protects the ends of long bones at the joints. There are two main types of cartilage involved: hyaline cartilage or fibrocartilage. Unlike fibrous joints, cartilaginous joints do allow for a little more movement than fibrous joints, but still not a great deal. They act as excellent shock absorbers and provide a combination of firm support with a degree of flexibility, which is vital in specific areas. Examples of cartilaginous joints include the connections between your ribs and your sternum or breastbone. These allow your rib cage to expand and contract slightly when you breathe, which is incredibly important for lung function. Perhaps the most well-known examples are the intervertebral discs found between the vertebrae of your spine. These discs, made of tough fibrocartilage with a gel-like center, provide cushioning, preventing the bones from grinding against each other. They also allow for limited movement, such as bending forward, backward, or sideways, giving our spine its essential flexibility while maintaining strong support for our body. Now we come to the most common and most movable type of joint in the body: synovial joints. These are the joints that most people think of when they hear the word joint, like your knees, elbows, shoulders, and hips. They are specifically designed to allow a wide range of smooth, controlled movements. What makes synovial joints unique is the presence of a joint cavity, a space between the articulating bones. This cavity is filled with a special fluid called synovial fluid, which is a thick, slippery liquid. This fluid plays a crucial role in the joint's function, acting much like oil in an engine to keep things moving smoothly. The structure of a synovial joint is quite complex and beautifully engineered. The ends of the bones within a synovial joint are covered with a smooth white tissue called articular cartilage. This cartilage provides a low-friction surface, allowing the bones to glide over each other with minimal wear and tear. It also acts as a shock absorber, protecting the bone ends from impact. The entire joint is enclosed by a tough, fibrous structure called the articular capsule, or joint capsule. The inner lining of this capsule, the synovial membrane, is what produces that all-important synovial fluid, keeping the joint lubricated and nourished. Synovial joints themselves come in various forms, each allowing different types and degrees of movement. For instance, hinge joints like your elbow and knee primarily allow movement in one plane, like the opening and closing of a door flexion and extension. Then there are ball and socket joints such as your shoulder and hip. In these, the rounded head of one bone fits into a cup-like socket of another. This design permits the greatest range of motion, including movement forwards, backwards, sideways, and rotation. Other types include pivot joints, allowing rotation like in your neck, and saddle joints, found in your thumb, allowing versatile movement. The contribution of synovial joints to our overall mobility is immense and cannot be overstated. Think about the simple act of waving goodbye. This involves the complex interplay of synovial joints in your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingers. Playing sports, dancing, writing, or even just getting out of a chair. All these activities rely heavily on the smooth and efficient functioning of our synovial joints. Ligaments, which are strong bands of fibrous tissue, also play a vital role by connecting bones to other bones, providing stability and preventing excessive or abnormal movements at these highly mobile junctions, ensuring they operate within safe limits. As we've explored, each type of joint in our body plays a specific and essential role. The fibrous joints, like those in our skull, might not allow for movement, but their primary function of providing unwavering stability is absolutely critical. They form a protective fortress for our delicate brain, ensuring its safety from impacts and injuries. This lack of movement is a design feature, not a limitation, highlighting how structure is perfectly matched to function within our anatomy. These joints are the silent guardians, providing a rigid framework where it is most needed for our survival and well-being throughout life. Cartilaginous joints, such as those found in our spine and rib cage, offer a brilliant compromise between stability and flexibility. The intervertebral discs, for example, allow us to bend and twist our torso, yet they are strong enough to support our body weight and absorb the shocks from daily activities like walking or running. This limited, controlled movement is key for maintaining posture and allowing a functional range of motion without compromising the integrity of the spinal column. The slight give in the ribcage, facilitated by cartilaginous connections, is essential for the mechanics of breathing, a fundamental life process we often take for granted. However, when we think of active movement, it is the synovial joints that truly take center stage. From the powerful extension of the leg at the knee during a kick, to the intricate manipulations of our fingers when typing or playing a musical instrument, synovial joints are the workhorses. Their sophisticated design, complete with lubricating fluid and smooth cartilage, allows for an incredible spectrum of motion. Whether it's the wide arc of a tennis serve initiated at the shoulder or the simple nod of the head, these joints enable the dynamic interactions we have with our environment every single moment of our waking lives. In conclusion, our joints are far more than simple connections between bones. They are sophisticated structures that are fundamental to our ability to move, interact, and live full, active lives. From the immovable fibrous joints providing vital protection, to the slightly flexible cartilaginous joints offering support and shock absorption, and finally to the highly mobile synovial joints enabling a vast array of movements, each type contributes uniquely to our body's overall function. Understanding and appreciating these remarkable biological mechanisms can encourage us to take better care of them, ensuring they continue to support our mobility and quality of life for years to come.